Hey, good morning, folks. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Yes, I promise the rain will end. When? Mid-November. No, just kidding. It's going to be ending today. I'll show that to you on the radar forecast. Not a lot of cold air behind this. Remember, we're at the time of the year, and as we get into winter, as storms push east, they usually pull down colder air from Canada. Not so in this case. We cool down, compared to the mid 70s, but then we start to inch back upward, and we're 60-ish or more by the time we get to the weekend and early next week. So let's get on to it. If you have any questions, just let me know. And fully functional. Hey, let's say hi to some folks. Harriet Cutler, good morning, Bay City. And Joe Lakowski from North Branch, good morning. Rose Mitchell, Soggy Muskegon, I know what you're talking about. Here we go. All right, so the radar shows the southeast right now, kind of in a little dry section, but you'll get back into showers through the day. Alice Wilson, when is the rain ending in Lansing? I would say probably 1 or 2 o'clock, but I'll have that radar forecast for you in just a second. We'll focus on Lansing since you asked. Yeah, Shannon Grams, I'm full of jokes this morning. I'll be here all week. All right, so there's your radar. Well, we know where it's raining, but let's get into the meteorology, the models, and show you when the rain comes to an end. And I think this model is going to do a real good job on this kind of storm system. So here's 9, 10, 11, noon. Somebody's asking about Lansing. I think it was Alice. Yes, Alice. So here's noon. It's still showering in Lansing. And here's 1 o'clock. And here's 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. So you possibly have to wait until 3 o'clock for it to dry out in the Lansing area, Alice. But let's look at other areas. As we get through the eastern part of the state, this is 1 o'clock. So Grand Rapids, you're probably done. In Kalamazoo and Muskegon and Traverse City, you're done with the rain by 1 o'clock. And then here's 2 o'clock. 3 and 4. So in the Saginaw area, Flint, the Thumb, Detroit, Ann Arbor, you probably still have showers into 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. And by 5 and 6, it's done everywhere. And we'll come to apologize. Great view of Wisconsin, he says. Well, I guess it's all right. Let me go back. Maybe I had it wrong here. All right. So here you go. And you can see again, Lansing, 1 o'clock, come to an end. And by afternoon, comes to an end there. Hey, by the way, folks, MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa, if you could hit the share button right now, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. And thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. Oh, look what I had to do. I had to pull out the snowed trees, snowed cabin coffee mug for today. Okay, total precipitation left out of this. Well, Saginaw area, Bay City, Mount Pleasant, the Thumb, Standish, Tawas. You still got some soaking to go. You still have a half inch to or a quarter to a half inch solidly, maybe 6, 7 tenths. Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, Muskegon, you still have maybe a tenth of an inch or so. In Detroit, Ann Arbor area, maybe a tenth of an inch, but more likely a few hundredths. So we're getting to near the end on this deal. Now we go into what's going to happen in the future. And, one of the best models, the European model, why it does one thing and it does one thing really well, and that is kind of the timing and the intensity of storm systems out 4, 5, 6, 7 days, even now getting to 8 and 9 days out. US models, we have some great models. We have that high resolution rapid refresh that I just showed you. Updates every hour, very good for small scale severe weather. European can't touch it. So we do have some good models. But when we go to, hey, what's going on in the next 7 days? This is where we pick up with the European. So tomorrow, we're dry. Friday, we're dry. Saturday, we're dry. Sunday, we're dry. Monday, Sunday night, Monday, an area of showers right in there. Sunday night, Monday morning, coming through. Doesn't look robust. And then Tuesday, we're dry. And Wednesday and Thursday. And by Thursday night into Friday, here comes our next one. Now, remember, that's 10 days out. So we'll have to watch it along, but this would be a good indicator of how this model is going to do as we track into the rest of fall. And yes, we got to use the word winter, don't we? All right, high temperatures today, still 60-ish in Detroit, but only 40-ish in the Traverse City area, and about 51 in Grand Rapids. Everybody drops down to highs of about 50-ish tomorrow. Friday, back to 58. Hey, good morning, Shannon DeVries from Muskegon. Sherry Hetrick, how much rain will Gladwin get? You're probably going to see another half-inch of rain today. You still have that big solid mass of rain to come through. Good morning, Tim Ruthenberg. Saturday, we're around 60, low 60. Saturday looks fantastic. Sunday looks great, about 60 degrees. Monday, 60-ish. Tuesday in the 60s. Wednesday, maybe in the upper 60s ahead of the storm system. Thursday, ahead of the storm system, could be quite mild. And then the next storm system. And you're starting to see colder temperatures behind it, but there's no sign that that cold is going to come our way wholeheartedly anytime soon. Now, here's something. Very interesting winter coming up. I'm going to write about this on MLive, but I'll give you a sneak preview. We're going to have what we're calling a triple dip La Nina. Okay? You're not going to get this anywhere else. Anywhere else in the weather media, probably, I'm guessing. And it's not that they don't know this, but the TV people just have limited time. They're already on to sports and murders and stuff like that. So triple dip La Nina, that means that this will be the third winter we've been in La Nina. It's happened twice back to 1950. December of 1975 into March of 1976, we'll call it. And then around 2000, it happened. I got to see if it's December 99 into March of 2000 or December 2000 into March of 2001. But those were two very notable winters. Of course, if you're around here in March of 76, it wasn't pretty. And I'm not saying that we're going to have an ice storm like that, but the pattern is wet and it leans, it's about a normal temperature forecast, but it leans toward cold. So that could make for a very interesting winter. Where I'm going with this is cold is building to the north. Sometimes that cold drops into the western part of the U.S. and sends warmth our way. And that's what appears to be happening for the next couple of weeks. Sometimes that cold builds in the north and it oozes southeast, and then the warmth backs up into the western part of the U.S. and we turn cold. Right now, the extended shows we go into a southwesterly flow, which would be wetter, and the cold could settle into the western part of the country. I'll try to get the screen split here so you can see both things. So this is a 6 to 10 day temperature forecast. We have about a 70 to 90% chance of warmer than normal conditions October 31st to November 4th. Notice the wet trend starting to develop and head toward us on that southwesterly flow. Notice the cold out west, the warm in the eastern half of the country. 8 to 14 day forecast, November 2nd to 8th. Warmth in the east half, cold in the west half. Notice the wet weather developing over Michigan. So that is kind of the storm track trend that we see for the next 2 weeks. Cold out west, warm in the east. That puts us in the southwesterly flow. Storms drop into the Rockies. They desperately need the precipitation. And then they shoot out at us as a rainmaker, similar to what we've had now. And if we stay on the warm side, the east side of that storm, we warm into the 60s, maybe 70s ahead of a storm system. And then if the cold kind of hangs out there as the storms move east, we cool back down to the 50s and start the warm up. That would be kind of the weather formula, I would say, for the next couple of weeks. In other words, you've got time to get some stuff done. But not forever. Okay. So let's say hi, and there you go. Thanks for joining me on the MLive morning weather update. Kelly Martis, how much more rain for Prescott, Michigan? I'm going to say you probably, at least 3/10 to maybe 6/10. Barry Schaefer, Hemlock, good morning. Opal Dickerson, how much rain will Potterville get? Potterville, your amounts are almost done. You're probably less than 1/10 of an inch for the rest of today. So, hey, there you go. Hey, Susan Pendergrass, good morning to you as well. Pamela Todoroff, sorry, late, lots of rain in Oakland. Rain through 4 or 5 o'clock, off and on showers for Oakland County. Maybe 1/10, maybe 2/10. So damp, but not the big soaker. The soaker rain looks like it's heading toward the Saginaw Valley, northeast part of the state. There you go. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. We'll see you back here tomorrow. You kind of maybe hear some excitement in my voice because it looks like winter is going to have something to do for me quite a bit. And it may be fairly early when it starts to get kind of active. Not that I like that kind of stuff, but us meteorologists in sunshine and nothing going on in the winter, maybe when I'm 65, I'll like that kind of weather. But for now, I like some interesting stuff. So take care. I'll have an update on that triple dip La Nina for you on MLive. Check that out because I haven't gotten into the data just yet to see, but we got 2 notable winters to compare to what possibly could happen this winter. Take care. Bye.